Welcome to the Mario era, chapter 81.
Uno di Mario, it's Mario. TVD, throw the ball to Ray Ray. Touchdown. The offensive line is big. Big nasties. Big nasties. Except the offensive line coach. He's tiny. But he's got a big heart. It's all heart, dog. Joaquin said do it, and we're not doing it, dog. Let's go.
Ray Ray's fast.
They got some fast dudes on that wide receiver line.
Tyrell's fast. You see X's comment? He's fast. That's all I can say about that kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speed kills.
Blow the top off. We haven't had a Dorsett-ish since Dorsett. Need that.
Well, you need a Dorsett that can catch the balls.
That's not nice.
Dorsett can catch the ball. He played in the league.
That Notre Dame game.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring that up.
You can't bring that up.
What do you mean you can't bring it up?
Can't bring it up.
You still lost 40-3.
Never happened.
That kid got death threats because of that too. It was such a drawn up play. It was all downhill from there.
It really was. It really
wasn't
so downhill.
Kool-Aid was the OC, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, there you go.
Kool-Aid. And I went to that.
I like Kool-Aid. Best scripter on earth.
Remember, I went to that game. It was cold. And after the game, Notre Dame, not really good at trash talking, right? The Catholics. Mm-hmm. The one guy, look, you just whooped our ass 40-3. Looks at me and goes, enjoy the weather back home in Miami. I'm like, did you just, you dumbass, go tip a cow. I'm going to be in my pool. And his buddy looked at him and goes, yeah, that was pretty dumb, man. Like, if we got anything, it's weather. It's weather. We don't have a good football team, but we had weather. Dumbass.
Dumbassery.
Yeah. Dumbassery.
The mic of the it's funny.
I know.
It's funny. It just keeps like covering his face.
I know. It's like he's blowing the 30-yard line.
Yeah. Look at the ACC banner.
It's like that one dude that's like pretending he's jumping out the window. You know that guy?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I always love seeing that. Yeah, I always love seeing that one with it.
He's going to drink bleach. He's going to jump out a window.
It's one of the best memes of all time.
It is.
One of the best gifts.
He just
is that guy, he get royalties off that thing?
No, unfortunately. I don't think you get royalties off of gifts, do you?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. It's unfortunate.
Oh, why not?
I don't know.
That's
because
sad.
People just rip them off and post them.
I mean, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are we seriously?
What?
Why? No, you can't. No.
What just happened? Why did he do that?
Oh my God! I'll go away. You guys can do the show yourselves. Stop, bro. We're not really. Dude, that's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. You and your fucking Ohio chants. Upsets people.
I don't know why he's doing it. I just have a glitch.
People, Scoop. I don't know why you always have to do it.
I mean, look, I couldn't tell you. The guy's screen keeps glitching on him.
I don't know. I see the orange ball right there.
That's right.
Yeah. I know I look dark. I know I look dark, Jenners. The reason why I look dark is because last week I looked like Casper the fucking ghost.
You did, but now you.
Well, you know what's better than looking like Casper? I got my orange lights on. Oh, I can show off my orange background.
Hold
light
on.
now.
Let's see. Yeah, no, you're. That's better.
I go like this.
That's better.
Like this.
That's better.
There you go. No, it's the orange light that kills it.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
it's weird how that does that.
I'm going to be Casper.
Oh, it's fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I played Scoop last week, and he's like, "Why don't you go outside?" I'm like, "Bro, you've known me for how long? I don't go, I don't go
outside. I don't cross the threshold of the front door.
The most tan that I will
absolutely imperative
is a golfer's tan. That's it. Arms and lower below the knee.
I've got one of those
mm-hmm.
lately. I'm outside constantly at Kenzie's tournaments.
It's so friggin' hot. It's too hot to play golf.
It's hot. It's warm.
It's ridiculous. Warm?
It's warm.
Bro, the ocean is 101 degrees.
I know. Yeah, I mean, that's warm too. But hey, it was, look, true story though, hugely beneficial for, she's never played during the summer because why would you? And I said, we got to play during the summer. And she's like, okay, this kid never complained a single time. And now she finishes 9 out there at 98 degrees. And she's like, God, it's over already.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good for her.
Yeah. I mean, I can't.
That ain't me.
But
You know,
I'm going to Orlando tomorrow to play for 3 days. How do you think that's going to go?
You're fucked.
Kind
I
of.
mean, why are you doing that to
I like the way
yourself?
I like the way you just throw that out there. I'm pretty sure you're fucked.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the Braveheart
Why?
guy. Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, Rusty Hanna, you're fucked.
Oh, Rostiana. Hey.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
I know.
So I got a question for you boys.
Yeah.
How much Kool-Aid orange and green Kool-Aid you drinking?
After day 2?
Yeah.
Freaking all of it.
Let's go.
The whole bucket.
I mean, what are you kidding me? Let's get
I'm
our asses
busting
down to
through the brick
Greentree.
wall. Right? What's his name? The Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All of it.
Why did the Kool-Aid man just break through my courtroom? Classic Family Guy. Classic Family Guy. Anyways,
All right, let's head on down. Let's get to Greentree.
I think we should.
Line 72. Line 800.
So yeah, man, camp is open. Kool-Aid is
Camp
being poured.
is open.
It's being drunk or drank.
Drunk.
Drunk.
Drankola.
It's being dranksed. I don't know. Listen, so last year, of the 3 of us, I was the most pessimistic going. I think both of you picked like 9 and 10 wins, whatever. I believe this year I'm more optimistic than both of you. And I have been for a few months.
You have been. You have been the most optimistic. Oh, you have put the O in optimistic in OBB. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Optimistic bowl boys. Optimistic bowl boys. There you go. You have put that O into existence, my friend. It's hard not to. And I think it's Mario Cristobal, because you have Mario last year telling family of people on the team to come pick up your kids. The other eye-opening.
Remember that? He totally did.
He's like, come get your
Come
kids.
pick
If
up
they
your
don't want to
kids.
compete, come pick up your kids. That's literally what he said. He said, at the end of the year, there's not a lot of NFL guys coming to look, and that's the reality. And what's his tune this year? They're competing. We got some depth. Our offensive line is huge. Wide receivers are getting after it. We're seeing a change. So you're kind of on record, head man. Mario, you're the reason why we're drinking the Kool-Aid, because you seem pretty optimistic yourself. Yes, you do.
I mean, listen, you just look at the roster. I mean, the biggest issue last year was half the locker room didn't buy in. Those guys are all gone. You look at the influx of talent. Again, you look at the PFF, not even just the fanboy roster breakdown. You look at PFF, and they're grading all the positions, and the Canes have one of the top guys in just about every single position. I mean, so we talked about the preseason all ACC, first, second, and third, and you look at the fact you got like 11, 12 guys, offense and defense, that legitimately have a shot to make one of those squad. Like, that doesn't scream 5 and 7 or 6 and 6. It screams, 8 and 4, 9 and 3. If everything is, and you got the new offense. So that, I mean, I understand that they jump from 5 to 7 to 9 and 3 is insane. But like, I think last year was an aberration with the talent that was on the field. I really do. It was just like, it was one of those deals where the worst possible, it was a snowball effect. It started off like shit and it just kept getting bigger until the end of the season. There was no stopping it. It was just momentum out of control, an out of control train wreck. I just don't see that happening again this year.
I mean, here's my biggest question. And it's not a question for you guys, really. It's kind of a question for the listeners, to be honest with you. Because I know all of our answers. All our answers are the same. But is the only reason that you don't think that this is going to turn around in a big way, is because you think potentially that the last 6 or 7 games of Tyler's first season where he lit it up was a fluke? Because aside from that being the case, which I'll go on record and tell you it wasn't. if he turns it around and gets back to what he was in that offense, which is similar to what Dawson is going to run, this team will be drastically better. Drastically. There's no comparison. What's the most important thing that I've said the entire time, aside from him being able to check out of plays, which we already know is the scenario? What is the one and only most important thing for this offense for this season is for Tyler to be upright. Because if he's upright, it's an entirely different team, offensive team, and in turn, defensive team. Because when your offense sucks ass, like it did last year, your defense is put in a really, really, really bad position. So that's the question, because if you think it was, then you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. If you realize that, yeah, this kid's that good, there's no reason why we shouldn't be that good.
I want to circle back because we were talking about the influx of talent. Just look at the offensive line and two guys that are pegged to be starters. Look at Matt Lee, look at Cohen. Those are guys, draft board guys, that are going to revolutionize the offensive line position. You want to keep your quarterback upright? Go get some dudes. Go get some dogs. And there's some big dudes, right? Those guys collectively haven't given up sacks together in probably like over 300 snaps, 400 snaps. And that's not hyperbole. These guys are the goods. PFF grades, Toast alluded to it. Some of the highest PFF graded players that you're going to see. So it all starts up front. Mario's right there. It does. Keeping Tyler Van Dyke upright, that's going to lead to the explosive element that was sorely lacking last year. I mean, Miami was abysmal on plays over 30 and 40 yards towards the bottom of the country. You're going to have to get some excitement. You have to generate some buzz. And if I said this last year with when we changed and Mario came on the picture, I said, you really want something to go ahead and gravitate towards the top, move this program to the higher echelon. Put Tyler on stage. He doesn't necessarily have to win it, but get him on stage in any kind of Heisman talk. If that happens, if you tailor-make this offense for Tyler to represent himself, he's got the capability. He has the talent. Absolutely. The torrid pace that he had 2 seasons ago, setting ACC records, breaking Jameis Winston's record, that was phenomenal. He gets a semblance of that this year. A semblance of that. You put him on Saturday. Now you elevate the program even more. Your quarterback can carry you. That means the wide receivers are playing good. Starts up front with the offensive line. Very, very, very excited. I think we're going to have a capable ground game too. I feel much better. I feel much better with our Nebraska dude and our dude from down the street at American Heritage. I think those dudes can ball.
I think we've forgotten about those. Well, not Fletcher. I mean, look, everybody knows Fletcher. Everyone's excited about Fletcher. Grown-ass man. I don't know if he could. I mean, he has the talent to be a really, really special back and RB1, right? But we're all forgetting about the kid from Nebraska. And if the kid from Nebraska in that room is on top of Don Chaney and Parrish, and then when Citizen comes back, it's a stupid talented room. Stupid talent. Now, we said the same thing last year, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 of them got hurt. So, and then all the offensive linemen got hurt. And then Tyler got hurt. And then X was hurt. And then Arroyo was hurt. So, it can't be that bad, right? We can't be that hurt that much again.
You would like to think. And, Roe brought up the fact that TVD has to stay healthy. And he does, because when everything is said and done, that's also my biggest worry because of, and listen, I love Jakari, but I don't know that Jakari can plug and play in there and keep that off. I just think there's going to be growing pains there. And we don't have that established backup. That guy that's got snaps under his belt. You know what I'm saying? And so he has to stay healthy because that could derail everything. He gets hurt again, everything's up in the air, bro. But that line is so good.
Yeah, I think TBD, you have to keep him upright for health concerns as well. I think Jakari, not even I think, I know Jakari is going to do better in this system than he did the last system. I think he's going to be more productive in this system. I think he needs to have snaps 1,000%. And I also think our boy Emory, you know, I've always been high on him. I engaged with somebody on social, X, right? Not Twitter, X. I engaged him on X today and basically said, listen, say what you will about Emory. We had Josh Pate on. Josh Pate was like, dude, he's Mac Jones. Mac Jones, 3-star dude that went out to Alabama, right? Magically, they become 4 stars over there. But this is an Elite 11 guy, Elite 11 quarterback. Like, how in the F's are you not like a higher ranked 4-star player when you're in the Elite 11? Like, you're one of the nation's best. And he performed out there. He did phenomenal out there. It's not like he was second fiddle. Josh Pate, he's plugged in. We like him, OBB alumni. Guy knows his shit. He even said last year what the kryptonite was going to be. Hey, you better start getting your wide receiver talent fixed because Mario doesn't have that under his belt. I remembered that. Josh knows his shit. I'm just trying to tell you, our boy Emory's better than advertised too. Never, ever, ever looked at that kid. I'm like, this kid's 3-star film? I don't know. Miami's doing, I will say this though, and I'll end on this. Whoever's evaluating the quarterbacks and not really pay attention to the stars, I like those 2 pickups. Because if that's your 3-star dudes that you're picking up, that's solid.
Agreed.
Solid. Really is.
I have we know I have a prediction about Emory, and I'm sticking by it. He's everything. We saw him at the spring game. I saw him at the spring game, right? First real life.
He looked good.
Every bit the part of what you would expect him to look. Now, as a true freshman, right? So he's come in, he's playing spring. As a true freshman, looked every bit the part. And I'll back it up and I'll say it again. He's still going to have a better college career than your boy out of Texas.
We just got the $3.5 million NIL deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, good for him.
I got to be honest. That is that Elon Musk and the X is just not for those of us of a certain generation, and I mean Generation X. Your comment, I was engaging with someone on X. The last time I did that row, engaged with someone on X, it was my wife, and she was blowing a Vicks Vapor Rub in my eyes. I mean, what the fuck, bro? I'm just thinking rolling.
Yeah,
I'm engaged someone on X.
He has a fascination with that letter. When you spend billions and billions of dollars on a social media company, you can do whatever you want. You know,
I will tell you this.
I'm still going to call it Twitter. You can rebrand it however you want to.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. The app logo looks better on my phone than Twitter.
Oh, it was a bird.
It just does.
Yeah, it was a
bird.
Yeah. Now it's a black and white X. I like it much better.
It was a little bird. It was
much
called
more optically
tweeting.
appealing.
If you think about this, Twitter for its wild success. It's a little blue bird. And think about this, like think about what's transpiring. We're in a room. Hey, I got an idea for this social media app, this messaging app. What do you want to call it? Twitter. And we'll have bird. And it's not like a message. We'll call it tweets.
Brilliant. If you think about it.
Well, so now what is it?
It's
Xing?
dumb.
No, it's not dumb at all. The bird's tweeting, bro.
Yeah.
Tweeting. It sounds like well, it depends what kind of room you're in. If you're like in a football room with some manly men, hey, bro, no way. Get the hell out of here. I'm not tweeting.
Is this
that's
now?
Terrible.
Though? What is this now?
Now we're Xing.
Is it an X?
No, it's a post and a repost.
It's a post.
I like Xing.
Xing. We're Xing.
We're Xing, bro.
It's rolling.
Sure.
All right.
Generation X.
Just
That's
saying.
me.
To STEM08 on Twitter. Hey, Toast, I hate your face. You got me started on high noon sunups, and I can't stop. Simply the best. They should buy time on Orange Bowl, boys. They actually should.
Yeah.
It's the best seltzer out there. No doubt about it. All right.
Wow. He likes your seltzer, but he hates your face. I mean, that's
I think he just hates my face because now he's drinking a bunch of seltzer and he's drunk all the time. But he's not gaining weight, only 100 calories.
Hey, nice.
All right. So there was, do you know this guy? What the hell's his name? Josh, I don't know. I forgot what his name is, but he's on Twitter. He's an Ohio State
Sir
fan.
Yacht.
Yeah, Sir Yacht.
Sir Yacht.
He's a what fan?
He's an Ohio State fan.
Okay.
He dropped the 10 most annoying fan bases in college football. And I swear to God, Scoop, don't do it. Don't do it.
You
Don't
brought
do
it
it.
up. You brought
How am
it
I
up.
supposed to not do it? Look at it. It's right there in front of me.
You sound like my wife.
Let's go
That's
ahead.
right. How am I supposed to
Let's
look
go
at it?
ahead and play
Sorry.
the top 10 most annoying fan bases.
These are the top 10 most annoying college football fan bases. Number 10 is Penn State. If you talk to a Nittany Lion fan, you think they would have won every national championship ever, when in reality, they haven't won since before color TV was invented. Number 9 is Tennessee. I resonate with them because they're like the Browns fans of college football. They did throw trash on the field in a loss against Ole Miss, and somebody threw mustard. That's actually hilarious. Number 8 is Clemson. The combination of, we didn't win a game, so we're going to make everybody else's life insufferable, and daddy's money makes you guys annoying. Number 7 is Miami. Their logo looks like a toilet seat, which I would say accurately describes the fan base. Number 6 is Alabama. I went to a game in Tuscaloosa and I was quite surprised. The fan base couldn't have been more nice. Unfortunately, the bandwagon fans that live across the country are about as cool as chronic bronchitis. Number 5 is Ohio State. Obviously, I am a Buckeye fan, and I think a lot of us would agree we're pretty fucking annoying. Number 4 is Michigan. You guys have won 2 games against Ohio State in the past 2 decades, and you want to act like we should make a documentary about you. You guys are so annoying. Number 3 is Georgia. If you've ever had the misery of encountering with a Georgia fan, you know this is valid. Number 2 is Texas A&M, an absolute cult, the most cringe fan base out there. You guys are the type of people that probably are against taking showers. And number 1 is Notre Dame. You guys still don't play in a conference in 2023. The media sucks you off. You think you should be in the national championship every year, and you guys are annoying.
Okay. All right. Sir Yatchet?
Sir Yacht.
Yeah, Sir Yatchet. So Sir Yatchet seems to think that everyone's annoying.
Well, it was the most annoying fan bases.
Annoying.
I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of issues with his list.
No.
I
You can
probably have
toilet
Miami
bowl
a little
seats,
higher.
no.
Yeah, I haven't
toi-
I haven't had
nah,
the toilet bowl
nah.
seat.
No, it's
No,
not really
no,
a toilet bowl. It's like the toilet.
I do
bowl
have
seat's like
one issue though. How you don't put Florida on there.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean,
goodness. They're horrible.
That's it. Is it just us? It can't just
I will
be
tell you,
us, right?
Texas A&M. We're going to see that.
That's a
like,
good one.
that-
That's a good
he
one.
called them a cultish. They
Yeah,
are
yeah.
a cultish.
Oh, they
that
weird,
whole overall
weird, yeah.
lifting your leg up thing.
That's the cringe part. Yeah.
Oh my! I never saw that before. I never witnessed. I didn't know that was a
It's
real
so
thing.
bad.
That like midnight hour thing where they just keep lifting up their legs. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is like some weird ass calisthenic thing that you guys going on.
Out there
You'd make
pissing on
Richard
each other.
Simmons. For people who know, you'd make Richard Simmons blush. Like, what are you doing? Like, my goodness,
Bad.
terrible.
Bad. It was weird. It was super weird.
Super weird. Super weird.
Super weird. I'm okay with them being one just because of the occultish nature. Florida, UF, you're number 2 in a landslide. In a
You know what
landslide.
it is? So here's the thing. Florida hasn't been relevant in a little bit. I mean, they haven't even won their conference. Their conference division in a while. They also don't play a lot of Big Ten schools. So I don't know how much those fan bases see what,
Yeah, he's
deal with
not
them
really
on an
coming
annoying
across
level.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he called Notre Dame fans annoying, and I don't think Notre Dame fans are annoying. I just don't. They're not like,
They're Notre Dame fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Notre Dame fans, no matter what they say, you're just going to lose anyways. Like, you're going to just lose when it
It's
matters.
like arguing with your grandfather.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Sonny. Yeah.
Because that's the last time they were relevant. Your grandfather.
The whole referring to themselves as domers,
Mm-hmm.
alumni from
Mhm.
Notre Dame, domers.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. It's
I like the
weird.
Golden
Like
Domers.
it's just like, yeah, okay, but no. Doug Flutie played there.
Play for Boston College. Like, what are you talking about?
So you have any issue with this number 1, 2, or 3?
Yeah, the fact that Notre Dame's won in
Yeah,
Florida.
I like Notre Dame 1.
No, I don't.
And Georgia 3?
No, Georgia
was
shouldn't be
2.
3.
No.
You know why Georgia's not? You know why Georgia goes to the
Texas
back of the
A&M was
list for
3,
me?
yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
Texas A&M was 2. Because
Why is
Georgia
Georgia-
hates Florida, so that
Yeah.
makes them okay in my book.
Yeah. I mean, you ever been to the largest cocktail party in the world for a Georgia game?
Can't say that anymore. That's
Can't say
offensive.
that. That's
Yeah.
it's not woke.
Can't say that.
Okay.
Can't,
You ever been to the
can't
largest
say that.
cocktail party in the world? The Florida Georgia game?
Just like Twitter, huh? We're not calling it X. We're not rebranding that.
Knock it
No,
off.
it should be the largest cocktail.
Fantastic
Jackson.
event.
Keith Jackson saying that is so iconic.
Right.
Welcome to the largest outdoor cocktail party in the world. I'm Keith Jackson. It's like, it's the greatest.
That is whatever. Anyway, so such a great event. And I don't think the Georgia fans are annoying at all there.
No, because they hate Florida, of course.
Yeah, anyone that hates Florida is a friend of mine. Like the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Totally.
Yes.
So I'm all for the Bulldogs. Go Dogs.
And they're hot.
Go
They
Dogs.
can talk they can talk their ish. They've won a couple national
absolutely.
championships. Hey,
They're top
swing
of the
it out,
mountain.
baby. I'm a
Yeah.
bat flip dude. You just hit a home run. Pip that bitch. Let's go.
Absolutely. That's a cocky little asshole quarterback. That's fine. Keep going with it.
When Ro and I were trying to figure out who our new favorite team was going to be, I've always been a Georgia Bulldog fan. So
True
Dogs
story.
have always been my number 2 team.
Mhm.
So when we were trying to figure out what team we were going to root for, this is probably about 10 years ago when we had enough, right? We had enough of this.
Before we started a podcast about my Hurricane sports.
And we're like, okay, we just go to Georgia. That's fine. I mean, we're already there anyway. And then we're like, yeah, but we need like a a hand thing. So then we're like, all right, let's do Oregon because Oregon was fun, right? Chip Kelly was there, and then it was it was the dude Scott Frost was there running the offense, and that was awesome. It was a blast. Yeah, I mean, I should have stuck with Georgia for that period of time. But
Oregon, for the longest time, was my number 2 team. Even liked them when Mario Cristobal was there. But now that he's gone from there, like I can't have them as my number 2 team. It's like it's we stole their girlfriend, and it's like we can't. No, you're not my number 2 anymore.
My number 2 is Michigan.
Michigan's always cool because they're the other UM, right?
Exactly. And
why
for some reason, my uncle was a big Michigan fan and got me Michigan paraphernalia when I was a kid. And so I always had some Michigan stuff, either like a pennant or a t-shirt or something,
I've just figured it out. I've just figured out why he gets so agitated.
At what?
At the OH.
Why do you guys say it?
That's why he gets so mad, because it's not just Miami.
Bro,
it's a Michigan thing too for him.
That's not a Michigan thing, bro. It's friggin' 2002, bro. It's like fucking stop. It's like, why would you they are the sworn I hate them as much as Florida and FSU. And you sit here every episode.
I don't.
Fuck off.
So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull back the curtain. I'm gonna piss all kinds of people off right now.
I might back you up on that. Go ahead.
Okay. My entire family is from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up,
I didn't actually say it.
I didn't enjoy, but I was a fan of the Browns and the Dolphins a little bit. But this was before I became a Hurricanes fan, when I got older and really followed college football. My first love were the Buckeyes.
Oh, fucking balls. And I get banned from this podcast over the Final Four because of UConn, and you're going to admit that your first love was the Buckeyes, bro?
They were. I know. Look, it was just
on the phone. There's got to be a punishment, a suspension of some sort.
I'm just telling you. I'm trying to be honest with you guys, trying to be transparent and tell you that was part of my upbringing.
I'm not mad at Ohio State for 2002.
There's certain things you just lie about.
No, but I'm not mad. Listen, Terry Porter, I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. That's his fault. He made a terrible call. And listen, in today's day, they don't win because that ball was tipped and they rule it not pass interference, and we win our 6th national championship.
We were a 12-point favorite, never should have gotten to that point.
I know. Listen, we kind of blew the pooch on some things. It's okay. But at a certain point, we beat them since that game. Remember, they came in with a terrible Al Golden beat them. Right? And I'm like,
Golden.
Whatever.
His first year. I think his first game.
Yeah.
What is first
it's
game?
Like Ohio State was horrible. We beat them at home. I was there. I don't remember much of that game, but I was there.
I remember talking to you because I was in St. Louis.
Was that John Cooper?
Yes. It was such a terrible team.
Oh my God. I remember I
bad.
I remember talking to him after the game. He was trying to find the car.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. Sweet tea. The sweet tea whiskey is when I found that sweet tea vodka. Or
that was good.
Jeremiah weed.
Jeremiah weed.
Yeah,
Jeremiah
exactly.
weed shit. Yeah.
I was like, what?
That stuff.
I was
That's
I
a
was
lot
doing
better
John
than High
Daly's.
Noon or whatever.
I was
those
that
doing
things
with
are.
John
lemonade.
Daly's. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's called a John Daly.
Yes, it is. It's a John Daly.
Because when it's not the spike kind, it's an Arnold Bomber.
That's
but when
correct,
it is,
too. I'm not sure how you know those two things, but
I had a half bottle of that thing, and I was just zooming. And
There
after that, I
was,
was like, I'm not mad at Ohio State anymore. Don't like Terry Porter, but whatever. We lost the team. We're not mad. Alabama beat us in the national championship. They even stripped Lamar Thomas. That looked bad, but I don't hate him. I don't hate him. The thing that you hate about Ohio State is the call. It's how it happened. The call was because of a guy. We lost a national championship to Penn State. Not mad at Penn State about that all these years later. More mad at Vinny Testaverde because I think he lost a bet with a loan shark.
He just threw another interception, actually.
Yeah, like 8 in the first quarter. That's terrible. And they still almost won. That's how bad Penn State was.
That's how good that Canes team was.
Yeah.
All right. So there's ACC news. FSU. Their president came out, quote, "We are not satisfied with our current situation. We love the ACC. Our goal is to stay in the ACC, but to stay in the ACC under current situation, it's hard for us to figure out how we remain competitive unless there is a major change in revenue distribution." Before we get into that, how we remain competitive, bro just put up his first winning season since, 2016? Like, I mean, you actually haven't been that competitive at all. You've been a mid crap ass team. You had one good year last year. We'll see if you can back it up again.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So listen,
boilerplate.
the ACC,
It's boilerplate.
Right, but
It's what they have to say.
I got you. So here's what's going on. So the Pac-12 is dead now.
Yeah.
Their media deal is going to be a streaming deal with Apple TV that'll pay $19 million per team, which is already $10 million less than the Big 12 and like $85 million less than the Big 10. So the Pac-12, now they're saying that Washington, Oregon, Stanford, and Cal all going to go over to the Big 10, and that will just destroy the Pac-12. No one's sniffing around the ACC teams right now because of this grant of rights. So for those of you that are curious, if Miami or any team wanted to leave, so like $100 to $120 million, then there's the grant of rights. ACC owns the rights to each of their teams through 2036, the broadcast rights. So if FSU and Miami went to the SEC in 2 years, right now the SEC couldn't televise those games. And to buy out of that is going to be, they're saying, around between 300 and 500 million per team. So that's where the crazy ass figures are coming from. You're talking about $500 million to get out of the ACC. With all due respect to Florida State, who a year ago couldn't afford urinals at the stadium, you don't have a leg to stand on, bro. You're not going anywhere, no matter how badly you might want to. None of us are.
Yeah, I find it. We're just going to have to enjoy watching college football and what we got going on, because the reality is the Big Ten is going to go elsewhere, right? And now you're going to see them going to the Pac-12. They're going to be far too big by the time the ACC teams that won out can figure a way out to even be able to be included in that conversation.
Yeah,
it's
7 years, right?
It's bad. I mean, it's bad. It's
2036. 2036 is when the grant of rights expires.
Oh, 2036 is when that.
Yeah, we're just going to be sitting here. We're just enjoy the ACC. I think the fact is, I think we're stuck unless they can come up with that money. Who agreed to this, by the way?
Yeah, I think it was one of those deals. They did it to prevent anyone from leaving because of conference realignment to secure their future. But now, I mean, oof, now
we got to play Boston College every year in
Louisville.
Who else? Louisville, and who's the other one?
Louisville, FSU.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of gross. It's gross. Like if we have because now. So is SEC? It doesn't even matter.
Coming
it's
after
like
FSU and Miami, North Carolina.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be. It's going to be North Carolina. So North Carolina, the state legislature apparently has already said NC State is going wherever North Carolina goes. It's a package deal, and the state can veto. That's a state institution. Like they've already said that. Plenty of politicians in North Carolina. So they've said this is a package deal. Whichever conference has taken one is taking the other. So you're looking at Miami, FSU, North Carolina, NC State for the SEC. I don't think the SEC wants that. Then they want FSU. Then they want North Carolina, maybe Miami. They don't want NC State. They maybe like, I don't know.
I think the only way I don't think the SEC wants Miami. I think the only thing that would entice the SEC to go after Miami is if we start winning at a predominant clip again, right?
I still think our market's attractive feature. I mean, we still have one of the larger media markets, but in the SEC, it doesn't mean as much. That's why I felt like the Big Ten would be a fit, because
I thought they'd want to have a footprint.
Yeah. And Florida's going to balk at it, just like Texas was balking at Texas A&M was balking at Texas coming in. They wanted to be the only Texas school. So Florida's going to let Florida State come in because they're already playing that game anyway, so they don't really care.
Well,
they're not going to want
they're
Miami.
both state institutions. Like the legislature, like they'd be like, yeah, you're going, Florida. You're not standing in the way of FSU getting in.
No, exactly. But I could see them getting in the way of Miami.
Oh, absolutely.
To me, that's why I wanted Ohio. I wanted the Big Ten, because now you got the more national appeal, right? You go all the way from California. It's a bitch in terms of weather and travel. I get it. But in terms of what's good for Miami, hey, hell yeah. Like we talked about some of those matchups, a Miami USC, a Miami UCLA, a Miami Ohio State, a Miami Nebraska, a Miami Michigan, a Miami Penn State. Those are attractive games. I'd much rather watch a Miami Penn State game than watch a Miami Boston College game.
All right, well, how do you feel about Miami in the Big 12? Because it almost looks like that could end up being the most likely landing spot if the ACC goes away.
I will tell you the probably most realistic, and it's also unattractive thing that I could ever think of in my lifetime, is immediately if we went to the Big 12, our biggest rival would be UCF. And we got to deal with those assholes every year and their fictitious national champion. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's bring it. Let's bring it, because we could be instant heated rivals with UCF tomorrow if we're in the same conference that we have to play each other every year.
Yeah,
like Florida State. That's how. Yeah. If Florida State went to the SEC and UCF, and now we're in the Big 12 with UCF, I'm telling you, we would be like, who's Florida State? We've never heard of them.
We probably wouldn't even be playing them anymore. That rivalry is probably dead. Right.
Because it would die, because they would drop, because they would play that same card that the SEC plays. We play too hard of a schedule. We have to play our games. We're going to monitor who we want. It's we have new rivalries now. I mean, I would say the same thing. It is what it is.
That's an interesting thought, though, Toast. I mean, you almost. I mean, it's kind of like the little brother again and again, right? We Big East to ACC to Big 12 potentially. I mean, look,
it's not exciting.
No, it's not. Look,
we say anyway.
We say that we dominated the Big East because we would have dominated any conference then. But the reality is, we got to the ACC and haven't dominated anything.
Right?
Haven't won anything.
Nothing.
Hey, listen, the Big 12, if that was the final destination, whatever, so many years from now, if that's the final destination, the one caveat that I was like, it's probably a little bit easier to get into the playoffs every year in this conference, so we'll see. We'll see. SEC, it's that's the one thing that scares me. Yeah, you're going to have the money, you're going to have everything, but like in order to win in the SEC with that talent, they're out there. Yeah. I mean, at that point, I'm like, gentlemen, I love being in the SEC. It's cool. We'll start pounding on our chest like everybody else. We'll be complete hypocrites. But I don't know if we're going to see a national championship in our lifetime over here.
I'm not as worried about that. I mean, listen, man, everything in college football is cyclical. We know, and kids may not remember now if you're like in your 30s or whatever, but Alabama sucked balls before Saban got there for a while. They went through a bunch of coaches. Like it was Shula, like there was Francione. There was like a decade plus of just ass happening out there. So I mean, Saban's going to be gone in the next few years.
17 years.
Exactly.
It went 17 years in between championships.
So I'm just saying it was Stallings before that. But yeah, I mean, it goes in waves. You're going to have young coaches that are going to go into teams and they're going to become better. I mean, Alabama's going to have a dip after he walks away. Georgia's going to have a dip once Kirby, even though he still probably has a good 15 to 20 years left on his ride. But yeah, it's cyclical.
It's always been cyclical. So speaking of cyclical, we're still kind of on the green tree, but You heard James Williams going to be playing a little bit more linebacker in this system.
I like it.
Can't say that he made the quote too. He's like, I'm not shocked about it.
Yeah,
I kind of knew
I'm
it
not
was
surprised. I expected it. Yeah,
We've been calling for it since he got here. I mean, he's big enough to come down to the box.
Now, instantly, I like the linebacker a lot when you do that. The linebacker situation. If he's coming down to situations where he's the outside linebacker, and that's what he's got, and then you got a Mawagoa patrolling the mic, and you got, just take your pick at Sam. You got speed, you got length. Then you could go ahead. You just have athletes closer to the quarterback, and things are going to happen. And you keep Cam back there. And God, Blue was so right. He goes, yeah, you guys keep talking about this guy and this guy. Cam is the shit. Cam was the shit. So we'll see.
Well, listen, man, and you're going to have those guys line up, that front seven. They're all going to be standing up. You're not going to know what the fuck's happening.
69% of the time.
Standing up, just jumping up and down. You have no idea who's coming, who's not coming. You have no idea.
It's going to be a fun
system. It's just fun, man. It's just fun. It's just fun. Like, let's make this. I want to know that I'm watching college football. And college football is visually, if you kind of understand what's going on, visually very, very different than the NFL. I want to be watching college football. And we haven't seen college football here in forever. Just the spirit of it and the different wrinkles that you don't see in the NFL, and just the like you said, the happiness about it, right? It's fun, it's exciting, it's different. Like, have wrinkles, have an offense that does the Boise State behind the back to the guy around the like. I need some of that. And I believe we're going to see much more of it, right? Mario's not that guy, theoretically, but I think we're going to see more of it.
So you're telling me that last year, those handful of flea flickers weren't enough for you?
The most Scoop nailed it last year.
We had
the most creative wrinkle and play we had was a flea flicker. And it's true. It's true. I mean,
best play we had.
And he ran it repetitively.
Yes, every game.
Every game.
Terrible.
Astounding.
That's why I saw an X. I saw an X. Mike Loxley basically saying, "Oh, we're gonna turn the corner this year
with his big hat on."
Like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
He's got a hell of a defense, I bet.
You were just complaining on the spring game that it was like watching paint dry. It was the worst offense you've ever seen. Now you're like, yo, yeah.
Just ridiculous.
And then to his brother, getting offered all this money to go to an SEC school. Yeah, shocker there. But I'm like, I would have paid to leave.
That's why I said, like, I mean, you got to fire your camp, to be honest with you. If you got advised to stay in that system as opposed to get paid and go somewhere else, what are you doing? No, seriously, what are you doing?
I know, terrible move. But let's consider this for a little bit, right? What is the vex with these former Alabama guys? Because listen, Dan Pinos, he did all right. I mean, he wasn't as bad in his next stop as he was here. So, and it's hard for Josh Gaddis to be worse than what he was last year. I mean, that was terrible. I mean, this ceiling was his floor. That was his ceiling. So all you got to do is basically
maybe the combination of he and Loxley, kind of going back to the Bama days. Maybe they kind of they worked well together.
Better together than apart.
Yeah.
My biggest takeaway from that comment was, and now you don't believe that Alabama came and threw a pile of cash towards Tyler Van Dyke?
Oh yeah, we know that.
I mean, like, if you don't, if that's what they're throwing at Tua's younger brother, I mean, are you kidding me? So yeah, those that were doubting that ever happened, please, it happened. It happened. No way. All right, I wanted to bring up the kid from the quarterback from Iowa State. Was it Decker, who got nailed gambling? You heard about this?
Yeah.
So
like $7 wagers.
Some odd bets. Yes, like 300 some odd bets, totaling like $2,400. So yeah, somewhere around $10 a wager. And they are going after. They're charging this kid criminally. Are you like, what are we doing, man? Wait, I mean, you're legalizing gambling in all these states and everything, and now a college kid can't pay. Bet 10. Was he betting on Iowa State games?
I had seen, I
think
believe,
maybe one
that
game?
he did
He was,
once.
yeah. He was.
One game where he didn't play in.
And he bet the under.
Okay,
It was probably
Iowa
against
State.
Iowa.
That's high hopes in
Yeah.
himself.
I mean,
right
it's
there.
Iowa
I
State.
mean, it was
Of course
against
you're betting the
Iowa.
under.
You know it's
He's not an
going on.
idiot.
Yeah,
but I did see that the Iowa
line
kicker.
was like
Did you
9
see the Iowa kicker?
No.
Yeah, I just saw the Iowa kicker also busted.
for same things.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the replacements, the little
It's
skinny dude.
insane.
That's like he's got the loan sharks on his ass, and you better miss this kick.
Mhm.
And Shane Falco realizes it and saves the day. I love
Yeah,
Shane.
almost
Falco,
broke his
bro.
arm on the missed kick. Yeah,
Yeah, Shane Falco. He
Yeah.
could see it in his eyes.
I love that movie. Movie is
Yeah, it
so
was a
good,
great
even though
movie.
it was just so many editing mistakes in terms of the continuity of a football game.
So Toast, did you watch Game of Thrones House of Dragons? Did you watch that?
No, I did not.
All right, then you're not going to get the reference. But the kicker actually has a big role in the House of Dragons. So
Oh, okay.
he's the hand of the king. So
All right.
yeah. So,
Man,
and I'm like,
I only saw
oh,
the
dude,
first
that's the
couple
kicker.
episodes of-
That's the kicker. And it's so funny because he plays like a goofy little skinny English, and on that he's like a savage. So it's good show. Good show.
All right. Any more football before we get into some fun stuff?
No, looking forward to the Hurricanes. I think we got some speed at wide receiver, like we said. Tyler's going to rebound. Fun defensive system. We're drinking the Kool-Aid little by little, and so should you.
Take a bath.
Drink
in
it
the
up.
Kool-Aid.
Drink it up. Lap it up.
Come
boys
on now.
and girls.
And remember that we're going to be doing our annual tailgate party at that Louisville game, last home game of the season. So prepare yourself for that whole
When it's
deal.
not 99,000 degrees.
Exactly.
Oh, we are.
All right.
What's the date
You're
there?
welcome.
Yeah, it's like November, the week before Thanksgiving. So before we get into some fun stuff, got to talk about our friends and partners. As always, start with he's wearing the hat right now. Scoop's got that Ed Morris hat on. Automotive Group. Got Teddy Morris, Harley Davidson all over the country. You got Power Sports. EdMorris.com is where you go. You can get everything right there. All the logos, just click on it, whether it's a car or a Harley, takes you right to that respective website. Buy what you need. Price protection promise. Millions of satisfied customers all around the country. Cannot be wrong. It is EdMorris.com.
My Ed Morris drives 185. Bop, bop. You know who you got to call? Scoop, who you got to call? Who you got to call?
Ghostbusters. Paul.
No. You got to call Paul. You got to call Paul.
Got to call
You know
Paul.
why you got to call
After
Paul?
you call the Ghostbusters.
After you call the Ghostbusters, because the Ghostbusters, there was ghosts running around in your attic, and it created havoc with your roof. And now you have a roof leak, especially with this heat, because guess what happens when you have heat? It makes thunder clouds. I don't know if you know that it happens that way, but it does. And what do thunder clouds do? They bring rain, lots of rain. And what do? They create leaks. And you have a leak in your house. I know you do. And that blue tarp looks ugly, and your HOA is finding your ass. So you better call Paul. They're amazing. They are amazing. I'm still
speaking
blown
of
away.
HOA. Yeah.
I'm still blown away about their facility. I mean, their facility is amazing. Their sales department, their like CEO department, Paul's office, their golf simulation room. I mean,
Hey, don't give that out. Don't give that
No,
out.
Whoa. You didn't mention that last week.
Oh,
well, I shouldn't have probably did it
It's a
this time.
secret. It's a secret.
That's why Scoop was all excited. I thought they played golf and they were going to take him out to one of those.
That's
nice private
inaccurate.
clubs.
That's accurate as well.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. But
All right.
no, you mentioned HOA, and this is a very important part of this whole thing. So they handle the process from start to finish. So they make sure that the permits are done, the HOA is notified, you have the approval for the HOA, and it's all on this board. And you got to have all 5 of these things checked before they can start doing anything. And it's electronic. They turn green as opposed to yellow or red. I'm telling you, it's an operation like I haven't seen in a really long time. Like, it's legit. So they're going to be partners with us for a very long time. And I'm stoked about it because it's a service that you need and you can trust them to do it right. And they're right down the street and they've been here for 60 years or whatever it is. Just call Paul. What's the number? Anybody know the number? Something roof.
981 roof. And then whatever
981
area
roof.
code you're in.
954 981 roof.
981 roof.
I'm Paul. Give me a call. I'm not, but I call him.
It's just stolen valor. There.
Right? Stolen
Just like-
valor.
Like, what are you doing? Oh, Paul.
Oh.
Well, you know what? We're sorry to inform the Iowa kicker and the Iowa State QB are OBB listeners. They are. and they just had some good packages from betting the bookie. And that's they felt like they had a hot hand. They had to keep betting. And, I know we're a little, we jumped the gun. We were supposed to talk about the balls before the packages, but why don't we put the beans before the Franks, Scoopy?
Sure.
Talk about the packages.
Yeah. I mean, beating the bookie, you can get it. Beatingthebookie.com's got all the packages. That's where you get the packages. You roll in there, you get your 30-day package, 90-day package, whatever you want. On sports, combined sports, single sport, whatever you want. Golf. Now we're getting the heat of the golf, right? We got the end of the regular seasons this week. The Wyndham in North Carolina. Novak going out tomorrow. What day is today? Yeah, today. When you listen to it today, he's out today. Pay attention. He's winning this week. Feel it in my bones. At Beating the Bookie, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Give him a follow. He just gave out two parlay winners in baseball today.
Major League Baseball, killing Major League Baseball parlays the last few days.
On
Yeah,
today?
he's been killing it.
So,
killing it.
Beatingthebookie.com. Get your stuff. Get your stuff. Make your money.
And then use some of that money. Go to manscaped.com. Order up some grooming materials. Get the Crop Reviver. Use promo code OBB. Get 20% off. Get the clippers. Get the body wash. They've even got the stuff for your beards now. The beard softener and all that. It is the full one-stop shop for all of your grooming needs. Listen, I love the stuff. All my extra stuff I give to my nephew. He devours this stuff. Manscaped is it, man. Manscaped.com, promo code OBB. So before we get into 5 questions, boys, I have some audio and some interesting little funny stories thought we would hit quickly. First of all, have either of you ever flown Spirit Airlines?
Yes.
So have I. So this occurred on a Spirit flight, I guess, in the last 10 days or so. For whatever reason, a lady was told that she could not use the bathroom, whether there was turbulence or whatever, I don't know, but she was being denied usage of the bathroom. Got to the point where she was unable to hold it any longer. And so she got up and she walked over to the flight attendant little area, that little kitchenette little area, and by the pilot's front door, and just popped a squat and started urinating right there on the floor. And we have the audio.
I need 2%, 2 hours. You tell me you cannot, you close the door.
Just say hello to the camera for me.
The plane is stopped, you sit. I cannot hold the pee.
Well,
you can do whatever you want.
Hello.
You can say the water. The one see my health is better than that.
You need to drink water because your pee smells like disgusting.
You can say the water, my health is better than the water.
I cannot hold the pee.
I cannot hold the pee.
I cannot hold the pee.
I mean, that's great.
So, she did not
drink
drop
water.
trow. She was
Maybe she just had
squatting.
asparagus.
She was squatting and peeing through her clothes.
Stop.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Like it was like yoga pants.
No, but you can't get indecent exposure for that one, right? If she probably dropped trout, they can probably bust her for that.
I don't know.
And listen, the Spirit attendant airline, she was rude. I mean, she's like smiling for the camera. You got to drink water. Your pee smells. I'm like, you're totally at a certain point, though. I know there's turbulence. You got to let the woman go to the bathroom. I'm on the side of the PP lady. Go team PP lady. I'm on her side. Boo Spirit. Boo Spirit.
I find it hard to believe that within in a 2-hour window, you couldn't give that lady 5 minutes to hit the bathroom.
Amen.
I find it hard to believe that in that 2-hour window, it was too turbulent to not have the seatbelt sign off.
Yeah.
I've flown a couple times in my life. I can promise you that there's never been, ever, a period of 2 hours where you've had to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened.
So all three
Continuously?
of us are on the P lady side.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So last week we call out the poo lady.
well,
and
hold
this
on,
week
though.
we're all
I mean,
about
did
the
she
P
not
lady.
pay attention? Like, maybe it was off and she didn't pay attention. Maybe she was.
She
watching
seemed to
the
say
movie.
that they forced her. They said no for 2 hours. You can't pee.
They said no to her for 2 hours that she couldn't use the bathroom. I see. Here's the thing. I side on her. I'm on her side, but I don't believe that.
Nothing worse than a flight attendant with a little bit of power.
I don't believe that.
They got you by the balls.
Yeah. Stop. Nonsense.
Okay.
But I don't believe that. I don't believe they told her that she couldn't take a piss for 2 hours. Nope.
All right.
If they did, she has the right to piss on the floor.
Amen.
But
Well,
no
just
way
bring
they
up
did.
this.
No, there's no chance.
Another Florida story. What if I told you that in Central Florida, there's a rise of leprosy?
I was just sent. Hold on. I was just sent this text. I'm going to Orlando tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
to play some golf with Brian and Travis.
The Rat Pack.
Yep.
The hack pack, actually.
Okay.
But they just literally sent me a health alert at 8:42, 45 minutes ago, right after we started this. Brian says, "What in the actual fuck?" And then attaches a CDC leprosy warning. And it's in Central
that's
Florida.
when your shit falls off, right?
Yes.
Yeah, your skin falls off.
But apparently, yeah, you should know this, right? But apparently, don't you have to have physical contact with an armadillo to catch it? No, I'm dead serious. Can you get it human to human?
With the armadillo, I missed that part in the Bible.
Yeah, and isn't the only way to cure it with a carpenter from Galilee?
That part in the Bible I got.
You need to run around that golf course just screaming, unclean, unclean.
I have the entire track to myself.
Yeah. Leprosy. How is that even coming? How did we not stamp that out in biblical times?
That's when your face falls off, right?
It's your skin.
Everything falls
body
off. Yeah, you melt. You melt. You're
You're melting like
melting.
radioactive melting.
Is this because the glaciers are melting and now the leprosy virus got out? Is it a virus?
Yeah, here comes the plagues. Here's the
Is it a virus? Is it contagious? I need to know this.
Yeah.
stuff.
Is it airborne? What's
No, I
happening
need to
here,
know
bro?
this. I gotta look.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have a leprosy protocol.
Well, what the fuck, bro? You're close to Central Florida. You got to get it going on.
I'm not close to Central Florida.
Closer than I am.
Well, that's true. Just one county north.
Growths on the skin, thick skin. It's all about your skin.
Yeah.
The bacteria gets transmitted via droplets from an infected person's coughs or sneezes.
Oh, it's airborne.
Oh, it's COVID.
Or contact with armadillos.
Oh my God, it's another
bizarre.
This says
It's COVID.
This says an endemic, a possible leprosy endemic.
Oh my God.
CDC.
Well, good thing we do this on Zoom. I'm never seeing you again in person.
What is this?
It
takes a lot of exposure to catch it. If someone has leprosy, a single handshake or few hours spent sitting next to that person will not spread the disease.
So they say.
You'd have to shake hands or sit next to that person often to get
I don't
leprosy.
believe that. I think it's just brief contact.
Hold on. You can also get leprosy from an armadillo.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, no, it adds an armadillo after the fact. Yes.
I thought you were making that up.
No, it's true.
That's why your skin looks like an armadillo?
Right. Yes.
Apparently
you're turning into an armadillo.
Yeah, some of them are naturally infected by leprosy, causing bacteria.
So it's a bacteria, not a virus.
Man.
I guess it's a bacteria, but it can go with your sneezes and your coughs.
Oh, boy.
But you have to lick the person to get it.
Well, here you go. Why is leprosy spreading in Florida? The short answer, it is still not known why leprosy is spreading in Florida or why it's happening now. So there you go. Have fun, Scoop. Have fun. You're going to Leprosy County.
I'm going to be out in the open.
Yeah. Where armadillos
and I'm pretty
live.
sure that 110-degree weather out in the open is going to kill leprosy.
Bro, I guarantee you there's armadillos all over those golf courses you're playing. All over.
I'm not hanging out with them.
They were running on the cart path before, and then you you trip and you touch the pavement.
I trip and
you got leprosy on your hand. Yeah.
And I lick my fingers.
Yes. Yeah, jerk off. I don't know. Whatever you do.
I will say this: if I happen to touch the ground over there, I will wash them before I.
Okay.
Touch my
do
face.
that. Yeah. No, please. We don't want that falling off. Yeah.
We don't want this getting messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go ahead and do 5 questions?
Unclean.
5 questions.
All right, I got a good number 1. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
What's the one in Harry Potter?
Quidditch.
with the brooms.
Yeah.
Quidditch.
Yeah. Quidditch running around with the brooms between your legs.
Do people even play that sober?
Well, I don't know, but that you have to like a mandatory has been. You gotta.
I will say this. I don't know if it's a drunk thing, but you got to be high as F's to see that in real life.
Dude, just a bunch of grown people running around a park with a broom between their legs.
You would think you have
to be hammered to do it.
People that go to the Renaissance things.
I know, and they're not sober; they're drinking.
You have to be.
Yeah,
surrounded by a bunch of sweaty, smelly people.
See, I was going with any sport that involves being on ice. Figure skating. Oh, when they have to toss someone up in the.
Oh, yes.
There'd be blood everywhere.
I mean, that's a good one.
Looks like you stuck the landing, Bob. Flat on his face.
Oh God.
I'm gonna say dodgeball. I think that could be very tragic.
That is
good
mandatory.
and bad.
Oh, not dodgeball. I was thinking of kickball.
Yeah, no, dodgeball. Dodgeball drunk seems like a really bad idea.
I mean, we already have one sport where it is, and that's rugby, right?
Yeah, those guys are drunk when they play.
Well, normally there's a keg on the sideline, at least in college rugby. Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Not professional, but college.
College rugby's have kegs on the sideline?
Yeah, that's a freaking Mars did. Yeah, it was like a beer party.
Wait,
like sanctioned games with refs?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Do wristbands or what? The players?
No, this is college in the 90s. Like wristbands. What the fuck? You buy a keg of Milwaukee's Best for $30.
No, I understand, but you're under 21. A lot of the team's under 21.
Oh, stop it, Narc.
Are you
They
kidding
can't let
me?
them
What is
legally
wrong
drink on the
with you?
sideline.
Like,
Can
what?
Wristband.
It's not a. It wasn't. It wasn't like NCAA. It was like a rec league.
We didn't mention that. Okay.
Like intramural.
That's what I was saying. Is there refs?
Yeah.
Like intramural. Of
Well,
course,
there's refs, but it's the physics teacher.
Yeah. I thought you were like talking about real rugby.
I'm thinking like NCAA. I'm like,
sanctioned.
Wow. Like,
yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, it was pretty clear that I wasn't talking about that rugby.
You were not
All
clear.
right.
You said that
then.
your rugby team had
I got
kegs
two
on the sideline.
Go for it.
what fictional death are you still not over?
Oh, fictional death. All right. I got one. Just because I was a kid, dude, and it scarred me. Vader killing Obi-Wan.
Really? Just totally
And well, just the
disappeared.
fact that Obi-Wan just paused there and he looks at Luke and like he puts his lightsaber down like it's like almost like suicide. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, and it's like, what? No.
Yeah. No, that didn't scar me.
Okay.
You know why? Because it was just like such a cheesy way to die. Like he just disappeared.
What an
Just
awful
go.
way to go out for a Jedi warrior.
He did it on
It was
purpose.
lame.
He did it
Oh,
on
to
purpose.
teach him a lesson? Fuck that.
All right, the one that
Fuck Luke.
scored. The one there's. I'll let you pick my answer, Toast. You get to pick my answer. There's two that I'm thinking of. I have a video game one and I have a TV one. I'm not going to share both. You get to pick which one. A video game one and a TV one.
TV.
All right. Optimus Prime in the Transformers the movie. He died, and I was like, that was my idol, bro. I loved him as a kid, and I went with my dad, and I love my dad, but dude, cool dad. But man, like as far as like fatherly advice and stuff like that and saying the right things. So he looks over at me. Guys, I must be like 10, not old, 12 at the most. Like I loved Optimus Prime. I got it in my office. You see I'm at work. Well, actually the OBs behind me. But I actually have an Optimus Prime like still to this day. And it's in my locker. And I'm crying. My dad looks over to me and goes, "Are you crying over a cartoon?" I'm like, no. and I'm pretty sure at 10, 12 years old, he called me a pussy. I was still sad. And then you had to deal with the Hot Rod era where Hot Rod was in charge of and they brought him back like 3 seasons later to the greatest cheese 80s guitar song ever. You got the touch. Bam, bam. I'm like, oh, he's back. It was amazing. But yeah, that death scarred me. Scoopy?
All right.
He's totally not going to have an answer.
No.
by the way.
Nothing.
Old Yeller.
Oh my God.
Oh, Yeller.
Really?
It's hot. It's raining. Thanks, Ollie. Old Yeller.
Wow.
uh,
All right then.
Real.
Okay. Why did it scar you?
I mean, it's sad.
Sad, man. I
All
like to see
right.
animals die like that.
I
They don't live
gotcha.
long enough, bro.
I got you. All right.
You know, we're getting it. Do you know this? Ro knows this. Toast may
What?
not know this. Janice
What?
definitely doesn't know this. And we got a new puppy coming
Yeah.
When?
Tuesday.
That's a
Ooh.
terrible segue, by the way.
Right?
I'm just,
No, I'm just telling you.
And if he doesn't know his place,
Old Yeller.
Yeah. Better not pee on the floor there, old Yeller.
Well, that's
just
what
telling
happens
you.
when
Hold
you
on.
keep
Let me
him from
see it.
like, peeing for 2 hours. I can see how this
I don't know
is
if you
gonna
can
go down.
see. You probably can't see it because this damn thing.
No,
Can't put
because
it
it's
in
all.
front of me.
Yeah,
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
because it's showing.
Yeah, I kinda see it.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
So what about the existing
oh,
dog?
you should just do the rest of the show
There
like
she
that.
is. Yeah. Instead of me.
Have they met?
They haven't met yet.
All right.
I
Afraid
mean,
they're gonna
Piper.
get
No, God, Piper's fine. She loves everybody.
okay.
What? I got a crazy animal story. The other day in my house, random things that get in your house. I walk in and I'm like, what the hell is my cat doing downstairs with my dog? Because they hate each other like cats and dogs. Like they can't stand each other. The cat, I go, what are you doing? Hisses at the dog, runs the stairs, immediately runs back down. Well, the dog and the cat joined forces and they trapped a snake that had gotten to my house. A snake. And I'm like,
Jesus.
I was like, go team. So, I get the like pull.
Are they friends now?
Yes, kind of. They're like, she comes downstairs. She's never come downstairs when the dog's downstairs. For the last 2 years, I have 2 animals, an upstairs animal and a downstairs animal. And now they're like, she's like, I literally got a text today. Look who's downstairs. And I'm like, I know she was doing that all this week. She's going downstairs. Dog's just looking at her. She's just looking back like, whoa, what's up? What's up? It's like they got a common bond. Snake, the
All right.
team
Snake
team
hunters.
anti-snake. Yeah. Team white snake. There you go.
It plays into our third question.
Okay.
Talk to me,
If
Goose.
animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Ooh, cats.
Cat's easy.
Yeah, the
Assholes.
Oh,
rudest.
they're just assholes.
They are
soulless.
assholes.
They're soulless.
Oh, they got souls. They just don't care about yours.
True.
No truer words have ever been spoken out of your mouth, my friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, they got souls. They just don't care
Don't
about
care
yours.
about yours. Yeah, that's accurate.
Cats are great.
I know a
Cats and
couple
dogs are
people
awesome.
like that.
Yeah, why don't you
Yeah.
show all the scar? Yeah, cats are real great. Why don't you show all the scars on your hand, Toast?
Well, we've gotten good at clipping his nails. Freaking Frank, that little bastard. He loves to play. He loves to play.
This is Frank the cat.
All right. Who do you think? We're all saying cats?
I'm saying cats.
All right.
I think that's
All right.
easy. I think that's
What you
the
got?
easiest answer we've ever had in the history of
Could
fun
be.
questions.
Could be. Number 4.
Number 4, what's a perfect example of they don't make them like they used to?
Refrigerators.
Yeah, my ice machine just went on mine again.
They're just ridiculous.
They're so cheap.
And you can't repair them.
Nope.
It costs you more money to repair them than it does to buy a new one.
That's what they're telling me.
And you literally, yeah, of course. And one thing will go out every 6 months till eventually it's unusable.
Don't make them like they used to.
Such pieces of shit.
Toasty.
I'm gonna say TV/monitors. Used to be that your TV, like the TV you had like when you were a kid, that thing lasted like 20 friggin' years.
That thing was a boat.
Right? Exactly. But the thing would never die. Like a nuclear explosion couldn't take this thing out. And now you get these monitors that are like $400 or $500. And like within 12, 18 months, I got like a pink blob like growing on my friggin' screen. It's like, oh my God, dude. Like, really? Dell, you suck.
I blame Frank the cat. It's his problem.
It really
He
is.
plays too much.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what's a perfect example of they don't make them like they used to? My answer is Miami Hurricanes football teams.
Yeah.
So, sorry, that one hurt, but that's the truth.
Okay. Agreed.
All
All right. Number 5.
Number
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're on
C.
5.
All right. Number 5. All right. Let's see. All right. Which smells better, fresh cut grass or bread baking in the oven?
Oh, bread all day.
Bread. You can eat bread. You can't eat grass.
No, but there's that, like, that's, I don't know, being out on a golf course first thing in the morning, the fresh cut grass.
I was going to tell you, I ate some of the grass off the 18th fairway at the old course in Scotland. So you can eat it. You can eat it. Yeah.
Sure you can. Well,
Edible.
goats do.
Yep. Edible.
Grass is edible. Yeah.
Smokable too.
Yes, I can attest to that. Some of all of it.
All right.
All right. So what are we calling this thing, kids?
It's actually something that you said, and it's just the way it came off your tongue and your lips just sounded cool. So my suggestion is it's the Hack Pack, actually. The Hack Pack, actually. It's just fun to say that. The Hack Pack, actually. It's the Rat Pack.
Actually.
No, it's the Hack Pack, actually. Okay. All right. Or we,
I'm down.
or we could just stay true to form and call it the Pee Lady.
I wrote down Team Pee-Pee.
Team Pee-Pee.
Because you guys are all like, we're Team Pee-Pee. We got that lady's back.
Sorry, Scoop.
No, that's a good one. That's a good
We're
one.
Team Pee-Pee. Yeah, that's it. Team
I also
Pee-Pee.
wrote down drinking the Kool-Aid if we want to keep it sort of on brand, but either one.
No, Team Pee-Pee is more on brand, to be honest with you.
Team Pee-Pee is more on brand for us.
All right,
100%.
good point. Good point
All
taken.
right.
I'm new here.
All right, but you're doing an awesome job. All right, so that'll do it, man. So we've got what? How many days until the first game?
4 weeks.
It's September 1st.
There we go. So we are less than 30 days, like 28 days.
You're going to start seeing players you actually know when they do those player countdowns, like you're getting 30 and below. You're like, oh, I actually know this guy. And then you see like Devin Hester at 4, and you're like, oh, here we go. It's game week. Yes.
There we go. All right, then we're going to get out of here. We'll be back with it next week. It'll drop once again on Thursday. As always, go Canes. Go! Bang.